Welcome back. In this one, we're going to do some cool stuff. I have got those announcements to talk to you about, haven't I? The announcements. Ooh, the announcements. Well, all week we've been working on the Astra. And when I say we this time, hello, there I am. When I say we this time, I actually mean we, because one of the announcements is we finally got someone new on the team at Metalhead, and oh, mate, it's sick. So I'm going to show you something. If you know anything about bodywork, what I'm going to show you now is you're going to know that it's good. Look at this. Right. Kieran's been doing the bodywork on the Astra. I met Kieran drifting, and he had his own body shop, and his work was brilliant, and I've been trying to poach him for a while now. I've been planting the seeds, and come on work at Metalhead, come on work at Metalhead, and now eventually I've finally succeeded. So now, yeah, we have a fully fledged bodywork guy. So he's, oh mate, I do apologise about the dark and light shenanigans going on here. I'm shooting on auto because I'm a noob. I'm a fabricator, not a videographer, aren't I? So, but yeah, look at this. It is so good. He's done an absolutely sterling job. Yes, that's announcement number one. So let's bang a bit of primer on this car, shall we? That there, that's called a roll edge, and you fold one edge of the tape back on itself, stick it to itself, and then you get a double thickness edge, which ain't sticky, and then that will stop you if you do accidentally prime up to your line. You won't have a hard edge like where you've stuck it. You'll have a slightly softer edge, which is a bit easier to flat back, because a good way to mess up a paint job is to get a hard edge on the edge of your primer, and it never really sands out properly, and you'll get like a shimmer, which looks ugly when you polish it and it's real shiny. This is really obvious then. So the way we like to do paint jobs here is, I don't know if you know much about paint and how it works, but basically when you paint something, you have the paint, primer, lacquer, whatever it is, then you have the hardener, then you have the thinner. And what happens is over time is, so you paint that primer or whatever it might be on, and then as it goes off, so it might take 4 to 5 hours air dry to be able to touch it, and it's sort of touch dry and all that. But what happens is over time, the primer or whatever, it will shrink, and the reason it shrinks is because it's releasing solvent, and it takes probably up to 2 weeks really for primer to release all the solvent and shrink down to a level where it's not going to shrink anymore. So the idea with this is it'll get its first prime now, and that is its shape. We'll put 3 heavy coats of high build primer on it, and then we'll let that primer sit now for like 2 weeks. And then that will shrink and shrink and shrink, so that when we sand it down, there's no shrinking left to do. Now when you see like a car that's been painted in the past and you look through the lacquer and you can see some scratch marks and they look like they're underneath the base coat, that's because the primer has shrunk over time. So that paint job might have been done over 2 days. So prep it up in the morning, prime it in the afternoon, paint it in the morning, bake it, polish it in the afternoon. Well, that's 24 hours is not going to give you enough time for that solvent to release out of that primer before you've sealed it in with a lacquer, which is how you get those prep marks coming through over time. So what we like to do is let it sit in the first prime for 2 weeks, block it back, and then prime it again, and then let that sit for 2 weeks, so that when we've sanded it smooth with our finishing grades, and when it's all scotched up and everything's ready and primed and flatted back, sorry, and masked ready for paint, we know that when we put that paint on, there's not going to be any shrinkage left to happen. So as it looks, as it's painted, is how it's going to always look. And then that is, the idea behind that is you get a really long lasting, high quality paint job. Right, here we go, we're all cleaned up, ready to rock. And make these panels one colour so we can see what shape they really are. I'm not going to spray and film because obviously you don't want to get my camera dirty, so I'll see you in a second when these are dark grey. Woo! There we have it, look. All in primer. Perfect! Lovely. Well, first prime. Pretty effort that. Look at the finish on the primer. Hello! Lucas is here. Lucas, you're now on telly. Lucas is famous because brother Ben's here. Lucas rides around on the chairs, loves his life. What is it?
Bloody lovely.
Bloody lovely. It's a bit later in the day now. Sun's a bit lower. It was boiling earlier, so we didn't really want to do much. So we ate some steak. But now we're going to get brother Ben's car in and make his downpipes because, as you're about to hear, he doesn't have any. Kicked up some dust, that has, Ben.
Well, the exhaust is going straight to the floor.
Crikey. Just get the old battery off. Have you done it up?
Always do, mate, otherwise it just jumps off.
I'll let you do that then, since you're the mechanic.
You want to grab them out of the boat earlier?
Have these bad boys. So Ben's fitted M52 manifolds because M54 ones have the cats in them. So we're going to use probably that bit and that flange, and then we'll hopefully make that sound less NASCAR-y, Ben.
It's a banger racing is what it is.
It is essentially a banger racer right now. Ben's car's looking mean though, check this out. This is the money shot angle, I reckon.
It's booty, isn't it?
He's bloody booty, isn't it? Cool. What's that, mate? You want one more bit of apple, Lucas? Nice arse. Oh, look. Look at that, look. Fine specimen.
What, do you want a lift?
Oh, is it like that, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll put this down.
Can you go turn the tap off for me?
There's no evidence to suggest that I forgot my camera and left it on that seat and climbed in the car from up here, is there? No. Things look cool from this angle, don't they? So while I do this, let's just join up these puppies. So those puppies, Ben's doing this, cleaning my car for me. He's a good egg.
Badly.
Cleaning it badly? No.
You've given me a microfiber cloth.
I'm a fabricator, not a detailer.
Yeah, I'm a mechanic.
True.
Excuse.
And Josh is getting on with his cladding. There's the geezer himself. Geezer! Talk to me about the next stage for the van then, Josh.
Doing a bit of re-insulating it, finishing off the cladding again on the inside. Get all that a bit more tidy and ready, and then we'll spray the roof next, I think. And that.
When are we sticking the top on then?
I'm going to leave that a bit longer now, I think,
Oh,
just because.
The suspense is killing me. I thought I'd be showing you this van finished in
was
this
gonna.
video, but Josh is like, well, I just want to do this.
Well, now I'm thinking.
Oh,
spray it
actually, if I'm going to
first
do
and
that,
then,
oh, I'll just Maybe I'll do that instead, and then I'm like,
And then I'm remembering what right steps to be taken instead of rushing it and doing it all backwards. Because I'm very good at that.
we'll do it right. Yeah, I agree. But it's all right. Good things come to those who wait, innit, Josh?
Yes. Best thing is, you can stand up and
Yeah, I can't really put that into YouTube now, can I? Lucas, what is it?
Car.
What kind of car is it?
What's car?
Drift car? Hell yeah.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
But most importantly,
They're bloody lovely.
it's bloody lovely. A little bit more off the end. Look now. Just a little gap left to fill. I just realised I didn't have any exhaust flanges, so I'm making one. And what I'm doing is I'm using my tube notcher to cut a 48mm hole in a plate. Look, it's an old plate I've had laying around for ages. So basically, drill goes through this shaft, through here. This is a notcher, which you're supposed to put tubes in, and then the tube will go in here. And then that will notch the tube so you can slot another tube into it. But for this reason, look, I'm using it as just a hole saw. Right, here we are, look. So I've made up a couple of flanges. Phalanges!
There's no phalange. Oh my god.
I've bolted this up. That doesn't quite point to where it needs to point. So I've got to cut it here. And then this one, I might be able to get away with, I think it's have to be 2-piece, out and then up. Just not foul, but it should be straightforward enough. See how we get on. It's not the weekend now. Look, I wasn't lying.
Hey!
This is Kieran. This is AKA Kiwi. We met drifting. Boy can do a big send, and it turns out the boy can do a big filler and all. Kieran's just prepping up the bonnet for the Astra now. He's having the time of his life, isn't you, mate?
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah.
Living the dream.
Living the dream. Ain't his own dream. Freddie's here, doing the important stuff, like destroying stuff on his tablet. In a minute, you're gonna hold this though, right?
Maybe.
Yeah. What do you mean maybe? Solid. Bow, bow. I might have just realised a bit of an error then. Don't know if I can get this one back in with that one bottled up tight. But there's one way to find out, ain't there? Get a bit of the old twisteroo. Mint. And this janky ass second-hand gasket. Bolts. I don't think I'm getting on that son bitch. That there wants a spanner. I didn't design design this very well, did I? Brother's going to be so annoyed when he realises this is how he's got to take his exhaust off. Saying that, he's probably got a tool that makes it very easy. I don't. Here we have it. One fully connected up exhaust system. I think it's going to be quite loud. Should we drop her down? Good dunk. Good dunk. Sponsor me. Reconnect this little puppy. Right, I'm going to leave this here. Not there, because that's a stupid idea, because that will fall over. I'll leave this here. Right, how loud is it? So I can pretty much say for certain we'll be putting a silencer in that then, won't we? Because that is ridiculous. Too much, too much. I couldn't leave it like that, so I've put in a back box. Just one I had laying around. It's off a Jag, possibly, or a Land Rover. Hard to say, could be either. So let's see how it sounds now with some silencing. That's a bit better. Let's take it up the road, see what it sounds like under load, shall we? I waited for Ben to turn up, so he's here now, so he can show you the whap-whaps himself, because it's his car. It's only right that he gets to make the first whap-whaps. You fucking twat. That ought to do it. Tried for a second. Didn't really work.
Oh, she's definitely spicier now, bar.
Yeah. Nearly spun him in second.
It never used to spin 17s.
Oh, at all? Oh. Well, it spun them then. Go on then, rings lad.
Never done rings.
You've never done rings? Well, I've already made a little guide place. So Ben's been having this weird ass issue with this car where it just constantly cuts out. And that is what just happened there. It's not that we're both a pair of twats that can't do a donut. So what you're doing is plugging the ABS module back in.
Yeah. This is why I went for a remat TCU.
Which was supposed to have the ABS deleted.
Well, I was supposed to have the vehicle speed input deleted.
Right.
And I said to him, can I delete all this? And he said yes.
Right. So now, I guess we'll find out if it does do a donut.
It did a smoky burnout.
Alright, that's fixed it then, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's what I was trying to get rid of.
But can't we just take the gubbins out of that unit, take all the weight off it, and just use the little bit of the... What? Bloody lovely. Just quickly, this is a fast forward note. We're going back in time, that's what I meant to say, to the other day. This is Ryan's Sora. We just made this bash bar for it, but I couldn't let him leave without showing you this, because it's sick. Freddie's modelling it there, look, nice. So we've made this bash bar, but I'll show you from the money shot. Look at that. It's very nice car. Here's the man that owns very nice car. It is, wave at camera, hello. I thought I'd walk up the road and just get a shot of Ryan leaving, because honestly this car, the road presence it has is like mental. He calls it the spaceship, and you'll see why. Before I go home, Josh is back, and we can have another little look at the inside of his van if he lets us. Are we allowed, Josh? Just want to have a look at your cladding, mate.
Not much more has been done.
I'm sure the viewers are absolutely on the edge of their seats because you're keeping them waiting long enough. Yeah. Right, let's have a little look here then, shall we?
Inside and see the windows.
Let's have a look in Josh's van. As you can see, Josh has started cladding now. So we've got his little port windows in, which are lovely, and it's not quite finished. You can see that black strip is metal, but you're starting to get the idea of what this is going to look like when it's finished now. And I quite like it. I think you've done a lovely job of that cladding, Josh.
Thanks very much.
I think that you should consider working with materials like that for a living. So there's Josh's van update for you. So now we'll go on to announcement number 2, where we will end the video. Right guys, here it is, announcement number 2. You can see it in this frame, but I'm going to walk a bit closer so you don't get too much of a glimpse too early. But we finally have merchandise. I am glamorously modelling one right now. As you can see. We've got this one here. I'll move the beard out of the way. Metalhead TV in this design. Fits lovely, feels beautiful. These are a limited run. There's only 40 of these, and there are only going to be 40 made. So I thought to mark the start of the channel, we'll do a limited run. So there's going to be these 4 t-shirt designs and then slap stickers to match these designs coming out. Prices and everything and where you can buy them will be in the next video, but I just could not wait to tell you because I am like an excited little child in a sweet shop at Christmas. So, without further ado, let's show you some. First t-shirt, glamorously modelled by Vinnie Zabath. Not a Fiat! This one is a tasteful black and red and grey design.
And white.
They're all just a slap sticker design on a t-shirt. Keep it simple, I like simple. But this one, as you can see, Metalhead TV, love it. Quite happy with that one. Moving on, this sticker is a reason why this t-shirt design exists. You've seen it in the videos before, but here it is now. Bloody lovely. Metalhead TV there, look, nice. We've done this kind of as a little nod to Brad at Wagon. an OG of Metalhead. So here we have it, a bloody lovely t-shirt. And then finally, in conclusion, this is arguably my favourite. Check this shit out. Oh, yes they do. You're right, cool kids do stunts. You're a cool kid, do you do stunts? I thought so. You need one of these t-shirts, don't you? So there we have it. This one has very subtle little Metalhead skull in the background, and this,
Oh, I didn't see that.
that's actually a burnout, because as it says, cool kids do stunts. This one glamorously modelled by the drift car, and this one glamorously modelled by the wagon branded E46. Josh's final thoughts. Give me something deep.
Something deep.
Yeah. Give us a message for our viewers to take with them for the week ahead.
If you're going to throw it hard and true.
Hope you enjoyed this one. Thanks for watching. See you next week.